If your videos aren't looking straight fire, then that's probably because you forgot that fire melts metal. Big up to DKD21 Media for being the reason my DMs are filled with this.
The melting, I can't figure out.
Can you do melt effect? Project file can be found below, and with that being said,
let us begin.
I'm using some footage from Storyblocks using their built-in Premiere plugin. Once you have your footage and you trim the bits you want to melt, let's right-click and send it to Adobe After Effects. Now there's two ways that you can do this effect. Method one is with CC Smear, and if we drag it in, you can see it's very happy to see me. And these 2 points determine how your effect is going to go. But if you look here on the left, you see you have a from point. So if we put the from point, say for example up here, and then the 2 point like down to the logo, from here to here it's going to stretch out. And the reach, if we actually drop this to 0, you see it disappears. But if you start to increase it, you can see it actually droops down up until 100% where it reaches the point. But you can obviously exceed 100% and carry on going down, and it looks actually pretty cool. The other setting that you can play with is the radius. Radius is, if you imagine this is a circle with a radius of this size, if you increase the radius it just gets bigger, so you can actually make it droop more like this. But the only problem with this, if I wanted to keyframe the reach to go from here to here throughout the clip, if I put a stopwatch here and then I click U on my keyboard to bring up the keyframes, and I move this keyframe further down, and then I take the initial keyframe and make it 0. If I actually play this through, the effect is still taking place. It looks nice, but it's not tracked to the footage. You can do this tracking manually by clicking the clock next to your to and from points. Then as you move through the frames, you realign them so that they stay in the same place. The second way is better for melting the car at multiple points. And all you have to do, hold up the flame to the car just like this. You can see after some time, it actually starts to melt. Now, but if you wanted to try a tool that has more flexibility, then you might want to look at Liquify. When you drag this effect, you get a bunch of tools. If you use this one, we can click and smear the footage however you like at different areas, just like the other one. But all these other tools do some crazy stuff. These two here create a twist, which is actually really cool when you put it on a wheel. This one here makes anything expand and blow up, like I just did on this one here. I kind of got carried away, didn't I? This one here makes things shrink, which is probably the reason for your tiny excuse for not clicking the like button. Some of these I don't even know what the they do, but whatever one you apply, if you want to increase it or decrease it, you just change the distortion percentage. However, just like before, if your car shot is moving, all you have to do is just add a keyframe to the distortion mesh offset. You can press U to show all the keyframes in your footage. As you move frames, you can just change this value so that it looks the same. But either way, you're only going to use it for a few seconds. Now, if you want to try this effect with lots of different shots, but you don't know someone with lots of money that can lend you a car, then you may want to check out Storyblocks. Storyblocks literally has videos similar to the ones that you find from these trendy car reels that I was able to download with their Premiere Pro plugin. And after some speed ramps, motion blur, and color grading, and with this song selected, we get this. Plus, they have tons of assets for visual effects, and I use them for more than just their huge library of high quality stock footage. I use it for their motion graphic templates when I need a particular style without me having to create it myself and do a bunch of manual keyframes. Nobody wants that. And for you Final Cut users, they have you covered. I've personally used Storyblocks in my professional work, and I can attest to its power as a business tool. Also, it's great if you're an aspiring content creator. Not only will it save you time and resources, but it will also help you keep your viewers fully engaged with the right visuals. Click the link below to discover all that Storyblocks has to offer. But if you don't want to do that, then maybe you want to learn how to add these Pixar eyes to your car videos. Proyecto en descripción. Muchas gracias a los patrones y nos vemos en el próximo video.